Yesterday I have forwarded you one video which I recorded, though there was no class yesterday. There one example I have solved along with the overall dimensions of three-phase transformer and shell type transformer. Okay. So today we will look into the another example. Okay. So the statement is find the overall dimensions for a find the overall dimensions for a 200 kVA 10 kV bar 440 volts. Find the overall dimensions for a 200 kVA 10 kV bar 440 volts 50 Hz 3-phase core type transformer 200 kVA 10 kV bar 440 volts 50 Hz 3-phase core type transformer with the given design data. Maximum flux density in the core 1.3 Tesla. Maximum flux density in the core is 1.3 Tesla. Current density is 2.5 ampere per mm square. Current density is 2.5 ampere per mm square. The ratio of flux to ampere turns. The ratio of flux to ampere turns is 2.25 into 10 to the power minus 6. Stacking factor is 0.9. Use three-stepped core. Such that overall height is equals to overall width. Overall height is equals to overall width. First we will write down the given things on one side. Given, find the overall dimensions for a 200 kVA transformer. So Q is 200 kVA. Ten kV bar 440 volts is the voltage ratio. 10 kV bar 440 volts is the voltage ratio. Frequency is 50 Hz. Then it is a core type 3-phase transformer. 3-phase core type. The design data given is maximum flux density Bm is 1.3 Tesla. Current density delta is 2.5 ampere per mm square. Then the ratio of flux to ampere turns. Which is nothing but by R. Okay. The ratio of flux to ampere turns R is 2.25 into 10 to the power minus 6. Okay. So this ratio is very small because flux is in milliwebers, ampere turns will be in terms of thousands. So therefore this ratio will be very small. Okay. So I should be using three-stepped core. Okay. Such that overall height is equals to overall width. So with this condition I should be getting the design. Overall height is equals to overall width. Okay. So these are the given things. We will move into the design. the given core is three. See, whenever we start the design of a three-phase transformer, my first aim is to get two things, A and D. Okay. So first I should be getting what is A and what is D, because overall dimensions are completely based on these two dimensions. Okay. So therefore I should be finding what is A and what is D. A I can get only when I know the D. Okay. I can get A only when I know the D, because A is in terms of D. A is equals to 0.707 D for single step. Okay. 0.85 D for two steps or cruciform. 0.9 D for 3 step and 0.92 D for 4 step. Okay. So this I should not, that relation I should not forget. Okay. So those relations for A and relations for AI. Okay, that is area of net area of the core. It is 0.45 D square for single step, 0.56 D square for two step or cruciform. For 3 step it is 0.6 D square, and for 4 step it is 0.62 D square. Okay. So for 3 step core, AI is equals to 0.6 D square and A, width of largest damping or width of core, A is equals to 0.9 D. A is equals to 0.9 D. Now in this equation, A is also not known, D is also not known. I can't solve the equation where there are two unknowns in single equation. So either of the two must be known. Either I should know AI or I should know D. Okay, but there is no question of knowing D. Okay, because that is the derived dimension, it is not a main dimension, whereas AI is main dimension. So AI can be obtained from the EMF per turn equation. Okay. EMF per turn ET, EMF per turn is ET is equals to 4.44 F Bm into AI. So in the RHS of this equation I know Bm and F, but again in this equation I don't know what is ET and AI. Again there are two unknowns in this equation. Okay, but I can find ET using its relation with respect to the output power. Okay, so we have ET is equals to K into root Q. We have ET is equals to K into root Q. And what is K? K is under root 4.44 F into R into 10 to the power plus 3. Okay. So I know frequency R is given. It is the ratio of flux to ampere turns of the transformer. So this ratio of flux to ampere turns is given 2.25 into 10 to the power minus 6. I can get the value of K here. So therefore K is equals to under root 4.44 F or and substitute directly here. ET is equals to K is under root 4.44 into 50 into 2.25 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 10 to the power plus 3 into under root 200. KVA rating is 200. See, please don't write 10 to the power 3 here, because that is already taken care here. Okay, so you should be careful when you are substituting the value of Q and substituting the value of delta, okay, in the equations. Now when I solve this, I get ET is equals to some around 9.996 or so volts. I will take nearly 10 volts. My EMF per turn is now 10 volts. Okay. So with EMF per turn 10 volts, I can now calculate what is AI. Okay. So from ET, AI is equals to ET upon 4.44 F into Bm. 4.44 F into Bm. So substitute the values. ET is 10 divided by 4.44 into 50 into 1.3. It is 1.3. It will be 0.0346 square. 0.0346 meter square. 0.0346 meter square. Now once I know AI, I can find what is D, and once I know D, I can find what is A. Okay, so we'll do that. So therefore D is equals to under root AI upon 0.6. It is under root AI is 0.0346 divided by 0.6. So D is equals to 0.24 meters. D is 0.24 meters. I know D, I can get A. Therefore, A is equals to 0.9 into 0.24 meters. So A is equals to 0.216 meters. A is equals to 0.216 meters. And we know that height of yoke and depth of yoke both are the width of largest tapping. Okay. Therefore, height of yoke is equals to A 0.216 meters. Depth of yoke is equals to A, which is also 0.216 meters. So now I got the width of core, height of core, depth of core. Okay. And also the diameter of circumcircle. Yes? Now is it okay? No, but the problem is the placement of laptop is not possible too near to the board. This is in my staff room. Yeah? Then I think it is from your side because I am using.
The network is fine.
Yeah. The laptop is far from the board. Okay. I have to make some arrangements. Then give me a moment. Now is it okay? Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Because I cannot place it exactly in front of board. There is no such. Now is it okay comparatively? Am I audible now? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now I have to find out the main dimensions of the frame. Okay, that is area of window. Okay. For three-phase transformer, the output equation is for three-phase transformer Q is equals to I have 3.33 F BM AI AW KW delta into 10 to the power minus 3 kVA. Okay. So for single phase it is 2.22, for three phase it is 3.33. Okay. So from this equation I know the value of Q, frequency is given, Bm is given, AI I have already calculated, Kw I don't know here. Okay. Delta is given. So now I should be finding Kw. Kw is not given directly from the in the problem statement. Okay. So now here I have to find out the value of Kw. So to find the value of Kw I have the equations depending upon the output power. Depending upon the output power, I have the equations for Kw. So I have Kw is equals to 8 divided by 30 plus kV is equals to 10 divided by 30 plus kV and is equals to 12 divided by 30 plus kV. Okay. So 8 divided by 30 plus kV, it is for less than 50 kVA. It is for 50 to 200 kVA. It is above 200 kVA. Okay. So the given transformer rating is exactly 200 kVA. I will be choosing third equation, 12 divided by 30 plus kVA. Okay. So my Kw is equals to here transformer rating. Here transformer rating is 200 kVA. Okay. Therefore, Kw is equals to 12 divided by 30 plus kV. 12 divided by 30 plus kV. Now substitute the value of kV. What is kV? kV is the voltage in kilovolts of the HV winding. See, whatever the transformer design we are doing, so please remember here, whatever the transformer design we are doing, we are not specifically doing it for step down transformer or step up transformer. Because transformer is a bilateral device, the design transformer whatever we fabricate, that can be used as step up or step down. So there is no specific operation of the transformer given whether it has to be used for step up or step down. So therefore this kV rating is not mentioned whether it is for primary or secondary. It is only for the high HV winding. Okay, this is only for H. Why it has to be taken for HV winding? Because window space factor is defining the area of window. Okay, is defining the area of window. So area of window should be with respect to the number of turns which is carried by the high voltage winding, because high voltage winding carry more turns. If I choose LV winding here, the space what we get, the area of window what I get may not be sufficient for me to to place the primary and secondary winding both comfortably. Okay, so this kV is always the kilovolt rating of the voltage in kilovolts of HV winding. Okay, that is the reason, because HV winding carries more number of turns. So this is equals to, I can write 12 divided by 30 plus 10. It is in kilovolts and HV winding is of 10 kilovolts rating. So this will come out to be 0.3. Okay. So this will come out to be 0.3. Now substitute this kW. Now in this output equation, kW was unknown. I found out that also. F is given, Vm is given, AI I have calculated, delta is given. So the only unknown is AW, area of window. Therefore, area of window is equals to Q divided by 3.33 into F into Bm AI kW delta. I will take 10 to the power 3 up here. That's it. Fine. Now substituting all the values. So 200 into 10 to the power 3 divided by 3.33 into 50 into 1.3 into AI. AI what we got is 0.0346 into kW is 0.3 into delta. AI is how much? Is 0.0346 into delta. Delta is 2.5 into 10 to the power 6. Okay. The value of delta given is in ampere per millimeter square. Okay. Now I have to convert that to ampere per meter square, because my area of window should come in meter square and area of iron AI is in meter square. Flux density is in Weber per meter square. So this is in per meter square, this is in meter square, this I want in meter square. Therefore my current density should be in ampere per meter square. Okay. If I don't use this 10 to the power 6 multiplication here, and if you use 2.5 directly like I do in calculating area of conductor, in calculating area of conductor I need the conductor area in millimeter square. So therefore I divide current by ampere per mm square. Ampere get cancelled, mm square will remain there. I want in mm square, I get in mm square. But here I want in meter square. So therefore this ampere per mm square has to be converted to ampere per meter square. For that I should be multiplying it by 10 to the power 6. You should be very much careful about this, because if you don't do this, my area of window will come in thousands of kilometers square. Okay, so that will become a completely absurd dimension. Okay, so you should be very much careful about the dimensions what you obtain. Those should be realistic. That is the simple cross check. Now this is equals to area of window will come out to be 0.035 meter square. .035 meter square. Okay. Now, see, we have one standard dimensions of window. That is, height of window to width of window should be 3. The ratio of height to width of window should be 3. That will hold good if I don't know the dimension of the frame. But here in the design example itself it is given that overall height is equals to overall width. Overall height is equals to overall width. So therefore, I will not be using that relation of ratio of window height to window width equal to 3. Okay, I will be using this relation and finding the window dimensions, height of window and width of window. Once I get height of window and width of window, I can get overall height and overall width, and it has to come equal. Okay, we will see at the end, we will get it equal. Okay. So I will momentarily rub this off. It is given that overall height is equals to overall width of transformer. Overall height is equals to overall width of transformer. Okay. What I will do, I will just rub the given things, because whatever the things I had to calculate using this data, I have done already. Okay. Because I want some space to draw the three-phase transformer. This is a three-phase four-type transformer which has got 3 limbs, 3 cores, 2 yokes and 2 windows. Okay. That is D, A, and this is A, this is D, this is D, this is D. Okay. Now this is overall height. And this is overall width. So it is given that overall height is equals to overall width. Okay. So this is height of yoke. This is height of yoke. Okay. So that is H is equals to W. So what is H? H is equals to, I have height of yoke plus height of window plus height of yoke. Okay. Height of yoke plus height of window plus height of yoke. That is height of window plus 2 into height of yoke. And this is equals to height of window plus 2 into A, because height of yoke we have taken equal to the width of largest stamping. So therefore that is equals to A. So height of window plus 2 into A. This is overall height. Then overall width W is equals to, this is overall width W, A plus width of window, not width of window, sorry. This is A by 2, this is A by 2, this is A by 2. So A by 2 plus D plus D plus A by 2. Okay. So A by 2, half of the A here, plus center of this core to center of this core is D, plus center of this core to center of this core is D, again half of A. So it is 2D plus A. It is 2 into D plus A. But D is what? In the last example, D was given in terms of A, but it is not given here. But I can find out this. So what is this D? Okay. This is D by 2. This is D by 2. And this is width of window. Okay. D by 2 plus width of window plus D by 2. That is width of window plus D. Okay. I will write where D is equals to width of window plus diameter of circumcircle. So therefore W is equals to 2 into width of window plus, and it is given height of window is equals to, overall height to overall width. So therefore I can write as overall height equal to overall width. I will write it as height of window plus 2A is equals to width of 2 into width of window plus D, or I can write 2 into width of window plus 2 into D. We have area of window here. We have area of window is equals to height of window into width of window, and I know what is area of window, so it is easy for me. Therefore, either I can represent height of window in terms of width of window or width of window in terms of height of window. So I will write height of window is equals to area of window divided by width of window. Okay, and this comes out to be area of window is 0.035 divided by width of window. Okay, now substitute that in this equation. Okay, in this equation, therefore we can write height of window is 0.035 divided by width of window. So 0.035 divided by width of window plus 2A plus 2A. I will take out this because already I have written the equations. Is equals to 2 into width of window plus 2D. Okay, or I can write taking the LCM and multiplying it to RHS, 0.035 plus 2A into width of window is equals to 2 into width of window square plus 2D into width of window. After solving this, okay, after rearranging the terms and solving this, I will write the direct equation. Okay, I will rearrange terms. And this is a simple quadratic equation. Okay, it is a quadratic equation in width of window. Okay, so after simplification, you please do that. After simplification, I will write width of window square plus 0.132 width of window minus 0.0173 is equals to 0. Is equals to 0. Now I should be solving for width of window. Okay, this is a quadratic equation. I have to solve it for width of window. Using calculator I will do that. So A is 1, B is 0.132, C is minus 0.0173. So I get width of window two values I will get. Width of window is equals to 0.081, okay, and width of window is equals to minus 0.213. Okay, so width of window is a physical dimension which cannot be negative. Okay, width of window is a physical dimension, so that cannot be a negative quantity. Therefore, the second is not at all possible. Therefore, width of window is equals to 0.081 meters. 0.081 meters. So from this I can calculate what is height of window. Therefore, height of window is equals to 0.035 divided by 0.081. That will come out to be 0.427 meters. 0.427 meters. Now find out the overall dimensions. Find out the overall dimensions. That is overall height and overall width. You should be getting equal because I got these values from that condition only. Now what is h? H is equals to, okay, height of window plus 2a, that is 0.427 plus 2 into 0.216. It is 0.859 meters. 0.859 meters. 0.427 plus 2 into 0.216, 0.859 meters. Then overall width. Overall width is given by this. Okay. So 2 into width of window plus D. Oh, sorry, one question is missed. 2D. Okay. So overall width is plus A. Plus A. This is plus A. This is plus A, this will be plus width of window into A. But the equation is correct because I have solved it. I only forgot to put A here on the board. Okay, the results are correct. Okay, so this is plus A. Now this will be 2 into width of window has come out to be 0.081 plus D. The value of D is 0.24 plus 0.216. You will get 0.85 meters. So there is a difference in the third decimal number, third decimal point. So the overall dimensions are equal. So So we obtained these dimensions from this condition only. Overall height is equals to overall width. Okay, so when we calculated back, it was justified. So this is how we have to approach the design example for the design of transformer. Okay, so this is another example. In the next class, we will solve one more example on this, then we will move to the further part. Okay, so for the test,